Let's make sure everything's working. I think it is. Let's see. All right, I think we're good. What up, guys? What up? What up? Just getting a few things set up, guys. Then we'll get started. All right, cool. So let's see. Just trying to get a few things started, guys, and then we'll get going. All right, cool. All right, guys. So I think I'm ready now. Everything seems good. So hopefully y'all guys doing good, man. Just getting a few things set up. I wasn't on last week. Some things kind of came up. So again, wasn't on, but I'm on today, and we're gonna be talking about AWS Step Functions. So I had a request of some stuff that we did like 2 weeks ago, and ultimately we're gonna go through that today. Kind of review it. So I'm familiar with Step Functions, but I really haven't digged into it deeply to really go through the details. So we're gonna kind of go through that together, right? Kind of walk through it, get better familiar with Step Functions. Like, what is it? What's the purpose? Why would we want to use it? And then we have a scenario that we can actually utilize and start kind of going through that scenario. Hey, got somebody on. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? I'm doing good. How's your Friday night going? Or I guess Saturday morning or Friday night? Let's see. Do you remember me? I remember you being on a stream a while back. It's been a while though. I wasn't on last week, and I don't think you were on the week before, but maybe it was a couple of weeks back. Um, but kind of. I know I get a few people. What did that Saturday morning? Yeah, not sure what that means exactly. It's Saturday morning your time right now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so for me, I'm Central Time here in the U.S. So it is, what time is it? 9 p.m. My time. So how's everything going with you? You're doing good. I guess it's your weekend, right? Saturday morning. You doing anything specific? Just kind of relaxing. Are you working today, or just what's going on? 7:40 your time. Okay, man. So you're, let's see, about 10 hours and 30 minutes ahead of me then. No, which makes sense. That actually makes perfect sense. Also, too, so I'm a tequila guy. You know, I always try new tequilas here on the live stream. So this is a new bottle that I'm going to be tasting. Don, how do you pronounce it? Fulano, Don Fulano. So it's a premium tequila. So it's gonna be it's mixed reviews. I heard the Blanco is probably the more better one to get, which is what I got. But we'll see. We'll see how good it tastes. I'm gonna open it up and man, give it a taste. What's your plan this weekend? What are you gonna do this weekend? You have anything planned? You gonna just kind of relax a little bit, or do anything special? Oh man, I can't open. Tequila. Yes, it's tequila. Yep. I'm a tequila guy when I do drink. That's my drink of choice, tequila. And normally on Fridays, that's kind of what I do here. I taste new tequila that I have not tasted before. So I kind of buy different bottles and yeah, give it a taste. See if it's good or not good. I try to find different types of tequila. You know, for example, there's some tequila that you could buy on a budget, you know, that are not that expensive, that are very good. Then of course you have other tequila that are more on the pricey side. Again, those I don't buy too many, but I do buy a few just because they are expensive. And then you have the real expensive tequilas, and I haven't really bought one of those yet. Those I gotta be very selective because they're very expensive. So this bottle is a premium tequila, and this bottle I paid $60 for my bottle. So it all depends if it's available or not. I think normal price I want to say is like $55. But some of these bottles, like this tequila, for example, you cannot really find everywhere. So depends if it's like a harder to find bottle. That's when I notice that the price is maybe a little bit more, right? An extra $5-10 more. But it should have been at least like $5 cheaper than what I paid. But I mean, we'll see how good it is. Again, it's not cheap. $60 is actually a pretty good amount for a bottle. But they are more expensive. There's these other ones that I've been wanting to buy. There's just one bottle specifically I've been wanting to buy because it's one of those bottles that it's a little bit hard to find. Not real hard, but a little bit hard to find. You can't find it everywhere. But man, it's not cheap. It's like $120. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I want to buy it, but I don't want to buy it because that's a lot, right? It's not cheap. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one of these days. I'll buy it. It has a good smell. I would say that it does have a good smell. The smell's nice. Like I like the tequila smell, the agave. It's real good, very flavorful, and you can smell it. And the thing about these bottles is, I don't know if you ever have drunk tequila or not, but like a lot of the popular tequilas is like Patron, for example. If you're familiar with tequila, Patron is probably one of those popular ones that maybe or like 1800 is another like popular that a lot of people know because they make so many. It's like mass produced. Those tequilas, they add stuff in it for flavor, right? They add additives and stuff. It doesn't have natural flavor. Like they have to add stuff to make it flavorful. This has none of that. It is no additives. It's known to be made the proper way, what I would call the right way to make a tequila. But it's very flavorful. Like I could smell it. A lot of the times when you have tequila that are made like the right way, they're not as flavorful. Like at least from a smell, they're not as strong. A lot of the ones that are like had a lot of additives, those you could tell the smell very strong because they add stuff in it. So, but it's good. Smells there, I gotta say, it smells real good. Now, time to give it a taste. It's not bad. It's good. It has a strong smell. I would say that. Um, the smell is very good. But when you taste it, it's kind of, I would say, kind of basic. It doesn't. It doesn't taste bad, but it's not like other tequilas. They may have these other flavors in it, like maybe some pepper flavor, some kind of spice, lime, for example, things of that nature. This one, you don't really taste any kind of additional flavors. It's pretty much just like the agave, right? And that's it. Would you say alcoholic? I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic. I mean, I drink, but yeah, I don't drink every day. And then when I do drink, I don't like I'm not going to drink this whole bottle. Put it that way, or I'm not even going to drink half of this bottle. I'm only going to drink probably this and maybe one more, maybe, right? But for sure, this. That's about it. So, and I normally like I don't really uh drink much. Hey, what up, Casey? What up, man? Uh, I'm the tequila guy. Not yet. I'm trying to be. I'm learning some stuff about tequila, anyways. So that's what we're talking about, the tequila. So I'm drinking Don Fuoleno. So this is the bottle. This is a premium tequila. This I paid $60 for. So it's kind of on the. I mean, there's more expensive tequilas for sure, but it's not cheap, man. $60. It's not a cheap tequila. So one thing I was saying about this bottle is, like other bottles, for example, like Patron, 1800, like just kind of name those two that are like mass produced. They add additives to the bottle in order to give it flavor, because they have to cook the agaves so fast. Like they use pressure cookers and stuff like that to speed up the process to cook the agave and to kind of get it to turn the sugar to alcohol and all of that. But when you do that, it doesn't have flavor. All you get is just alcohol with no flavor. So that's where they have to add additives to give it the flavor. And a lot of the time, they're adding like sugars as well to it, which is not necessarily good to add sugar to alcohol. But that's kind of what they have to do, right? To make it either sweet or give it a lime flavor or give it like a vanilla flavor or pepper, whatever it is, right? Where these guys, they make their tequila like the authentic way. Like they slow cook the agaves, they let it rest in copper barrels for a decent amount of time. They don't add additives, so all the flavor that you get is all natural flavors, right? So you're not getting anything that has been added to it. I have another bottle over there that I purchased, and I gotta say that's probably one of my top bottles right now. Like from a tequila, it's a real good tequila, real smooth. It's a premium tequila as well. That one was like $55. And that's kind of like the nice sweet spot. You can find some real good ones within the 45 to I would say $65 range. There's a lot of real good tequilas, but there's some. I have one, this bottle here, and so this is called Suero. So this is a tequila bottle called Suero, and this one is very good. Same thing. It's made like through the natural process of making tequila, and doesn't have additives, none of that stuff, and it's cheap. It's not as expensive. This guy Suero is $30, and just has like that touch of lime flavor to it. Dude, this is real good for $30. It is real. Like This, in my opinion, I would pick any day over Patron. And Patron like 45, $50, and this one like $30. And this is again all made the natural way, the proper way you want to call it. Um, but yeah. Which one is that? You talking about the $50 one, or the one I was talking, or the one I just showed right now, the Sweatle? The one I just showed, with the green label, called Sweatle, and that one's $30. That one you could find most, like, it's kind of, you could find in more places, and it's not expensive. Again, it's $30, which, you know, for a good tequila that's made the authentic way, that's actually pretty good. A lot of the other stuff that you find, a lot of it's kind of mass produced. Even the cheap stuff, right, that you find that's like $15 a bottle, whatever. A lot of that stuff, what they're doing, even if they don't add additives, but what they're doing, they're just cooking it fast, and then they kind of go to the process fast, so for it to get turned into alcohol, like the sugars to convert to alcohol. And once it's done, they like pack it up, ship it, and normally those bottles have no flavor, right? Those are the ones that, the cheap bottle that, if some restaurants buy to, like, pour into their margaritas or whatever. But one thing I would tell you though, and again, I don't ever drink to like get wasted or nothing like that, but I would say though, all the ones that I have, like, so my brother-in-law, when he comes in, he's a big drinker. He's like into bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. So every once in a while when he does come in and he visits, we end up staying up for a while, drinking and talking and stuff like that. And there've been a few times where I probably drank a little bit more than what I should have. But I could tell you right now, whenever I'm drinking like the good stuff, doesn't have to be expensive, but like the natural processed tequilas and all of that, dude, there's no headache in the morning, there's no hangover, there's none of that, right? It just, again, for whatever reason, and the only thing I could think of is because I know the stuff that has additives, a lot of the times they're adding sugars for the sweeteners, right? Like if you drink a tequila that has a touch of vanilla, like there's some tequila that have a little small touch of vanilla or pepper or lime or some kind of flavor. There's some kind of sweetener behind it, which means they're adding sugar back into the alcohol. And maybe it's the sugar in the alcohol that, just kind of, I don't know, gives you a headache or something like that, or whatever, just makes you feel like crap if you happen to drink too much. But I will tell you right now, man, when you drink the more natural processed tequila, again, it's very rare that I drink that much anyways, but every once in a while I may, just because I'm, hanging out with somebody. But if I do, dude, I don't feel nothing. Like, wake up the next day like normal pretty much. So it's a big difference for sure. How's everything with you, man? Casey, are you still out of town? Are you back in town, or what's going on with you? And we made some real good progress too, man, on the stuff that we were working on. Me and Ian kind of went through the whole process. I kind of showed them the example of Power BI, not Power BI, Power Automate, and then after that he ended up kind of taking what I put together. I think he made a few changes, but I think we had all of that created and we tested out. Everything seemed to work from beginning to end, from getting the email file loading it. So no, that worked out pretty good, and he seems pretty smart too. So that tequila, which one is that one? So this maybe you're talking about this one. This is called Sweatle. Let me see if you can see it. There it goes. It's easy to identify the bottle because it's the bunny. This is good, dude. For me, this is my go-to tequila. If I'm going to have a tequila where I'm just going to drink every once in a while, just kind of more casual. Like maybe I don't want to drink like the good stuff that I have, like the more high end stuff, but something that's just more of a every maybe on the weekend here and there or whatever, just there when I do. This is like my go-to, man. It's good price, $30. It's very like I love the flavors because it have that lime type flavor. So tequila and the lime flavor, man, they just go hand in hand for me. And it's again not expensive, man. $30. They do have a more expensive, more another version that's more expensive, which is the bottle looks the same, but it's like orange, and it's agave. Not my bad, not agave. It's called um damn it, not Resposado, but the anejo. It's the extra anejo. So that bottle, they have the anejo. This is $30. The anejo, pretty much what that means is it's like it's the color tequila, and that has been stored longer, so it has more flavors, right? It's been stored in the barrel for more years, so that's why it costs more. I think that goes for like $60 maybe, and then they have the what's called extra anejo, and that one like very dark, more darker, like the color, because most of I normally drink blanco, which is clear, but the anejo has color to it. The extra anejo has even more color, and that bottle of that, it's like, man, I think like $110 or something like that. I never had it, but I would normally just drink their blanco. But yeah, man, that's my go-to for sure. Like if I'm gonna have something casual, like if I'm gonna go somewhere and maybe they don't have a lot of tequilas, but I see that there, and I know, at least I know that is gonna be good. I got back on Thursday. Thursday have jury duty. Monday we'll set up meeting later in the week. All right, man. No, that's cool. That's cool. So like this one that I'm drinking, Don for Naho. So I don't know, like it's a premium tequila. It has a nice smell to it. The taste, I would say, is kind of, there's nothing special about it. Like there's no lime touch of flavor. There's no pepper flavor. There's no none of that stuff. Which I do like pepper or the lime flavor. I'm not a fan of the vanilla flavor, but I do like the pepper and the lime. This one has none of that. It's literally just plain agave, I guess you could say, flavor. Um, so yeah, it's kind of more on the basic side. It's not bad, but it is more on the basic side. But again, man, and that's kind of what I do too on some of these live streams. Whenever I buy, like I've been trying new tequilas. I buy a new bottle, you know, maybe not every weekend, but every other weekend or so. I buy like something new that I haven't tried before, and see if it's good or not. There's a few that have bought of like, yeah, it's really not that good. I wouldn't buy it again. Put it that way. Like it's okay, but I wouldn't buy it again. But then there's others that I have bought that is like, dude, it's like this is on my list. Like I'll make sure next time I go back, buy one of these and either to store. If it's not expensive, if it is expensive, then just kind of wait until I buy it. But when I do, at least I know it's going to be good. And that's it's a keeper for sure. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to see if had one of my subscribers. He wanted me to go over some stuff, but I don't think he's on the live stream yet. Let me make sure he hasn't emailed me yet. Nope, I don't see an email. So I don't know. We'll see if he joins on or not. If he does, probably go over some scenarios of AWS Step Functions, which is pretty cool. I haven't really built nothing off of it yet, but I've been kind of reading a little bit more of the documentations. All right, gotta hop. All right, man, cool, no problem. Talk to you sometime next week, man. All right, man, cool. We'll catch up next week. All right, let's see, guys. So let's go over step functions real quick, right? So in this tutorial, you'll learn basics of working with step functions. You'll sign in to step function console, blah, blah, blah. Let's go through, let's see. You then start a new execution or review details. You can change one of the past states. Finally, you perform a cleanup where you're able to delete, blah, blah, blah. Okay. In the code for your workflow, two past states are defined. Let's see, do we have two past states? Oh yeah, we have hello and then world. So where hello and then world. Type pass, world, world in. All right, let's go to it. I have an instance. Where is it at? I guess where's my shortcut? Don't I have a shortcut for this? Damn, I guess I don't. I thought I did. Step functions. All right, there it goes. So I have one created. Let's take a look at it real quick. This actually ran successfully. What did we do in this case? We're not even doing nothing. No wonder. Okay. So let's go back and let's look at the documentation real quick. Update a state machine, change past state results, and update your state machine for future exceptions. So pretty much that's kind of what it's doing, right? Just JSON configuration. So again, anybody, those of you who are joining, starting to get into step functions. I never really used it, but I'm gonna start learning it, and we're gonna end up using it in one of our projects that we have done. So that's kind of what we're doing here in the live stream. So let's take a look. Let's go to Workflow Studio, right? And what are we doing here? We are configuration list objects. So this is the listing all the S3 objects, which is what it seems to be doing. So let's start fresh, man. Let's say cancel, leave, and let's create. Yeah, let's get started. Review hello world example. Comments: a hello world example demonstrate vary a state type of the Amazon state language. Start at pass. So we have a state. Pass comment. A pass state passes its input to the output without performing work. So that's what this is doing. This is literally passing hello world example, which is this guy. And then let's see, we have hello world example. Hello world example. A choice state adds branching logic to a state machine. Choice rules can implement 16 different comparison operators, and it can be combined. So let's take a choice. So the choice here, whether it's either yes or no. So if it's yes, And then right now it defaults to yes. Yes. Wait 3 seconds. Which again, this next wait 3 seconds pretty much relates to this. So this is just a description of wait 3 seconds. And then ultimately this actually has the logic to wait 3 seconds. Okay, which is wait 3 seconds. That makes sense. Next is parallel state, which is this guy. Parallel state. Where is the type? Parallel. Okay, so far we're dealing with parallel type, wait type, and what else? Past type. So we have parallel state. Then inside here we have a parallel type, and it's hello world next. And then we have branches. Start hello. Okay, we have hello world over here. Oh, that's next. Hello world, which is this guy. But before that, it needs to start hello. State hello type pass ends true. Start at world. Okay, because they're being processed in the same time. That makes sense. And then you run your last one. What about this no up here? Right, so we have a choice. No. No. Oh, there it goes. So there's a type called failed, which literally means it just ends. Okay, got it. So that makes a bit more sense. Alright, so let's go to next. Choose the existing row, which is this guy. That's fine. That's fine. Leave it at hello world. Just all for testing purposes anyways. So the input here is hello world example equals true. So it's cool because you can see it in action. You have to wait 3 seconds. And boom, it runs. Which is pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool anyways. So now let's do... edit machine state, workflow studio. Okay, so in Workflow Studio, let's modify this. So let me make my screen smaller because it's kind of zoomed in. So these are the different. What do we have? We have pass. Oh, never mind. This is what it's going to start with. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. So we have this pass state. Then we have choices, right? So these are different choices. This is true. This is false. Is hello world equals true? So if I go to my input, where's my start maybe? So where do I specify my input? Let's see. So this tells you the different sections. See, it doesn't say. So that's the piece I'm a little bit lost at. See how even here it says, is hello world example equals true? So what I'm trying to see now, well, where the hell is that coming from? It has to come from somewhere. It can't just magically appear. Let's look at import. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So even if I click on, well, I guess I can't click on start. Pass is the beginning piece. Pass state. Next. is hello world example, which is this guy. You have choices 1, 2, which it tells you right here, false or default. During execution, state input is evaluated by your choice rule to determine. Okay, but that's where it's no. Is that part of this input? Because again, I don't see nothing here. Yeah, I'm not sure how you. I guess what we're trying to do, we're not trying to do that either way. So what I'm trying to do here would be, what we're trying to do, I think we're trying to execute an AWS glue job. So let's see, let's find glue. Start job run. There it goes. Well, this is what I want. Let's put this bad boy in here. This is gonna be S3 to Redshift. All right. We're gonna start a job. Now I gotta provide the job name. So this job name, let's go see what it is, right? Let me go look for it real quick. Let me go under. Dude, they did some updates. It looks slightly different. So, like for example, they don't have the jobs legacy no more. Looks like they got rid of jobs legacy, and now everything's under jobs, the new jobs, which I'm not too big of a fan of, but it is what it is. So which one did we create last time? I think it was this guy here. Oh, damn, which one was it? Oh, my bad. It is this one. It's this guy. SharePoint customer to S3 to Redshift. Yep, this is a job name. So if I go back, that's going to be my job name. Wait for a task to complete. Pause the execution at the state and monitor the task. Resume the execution when the task is completed. Wait for task to complete. So I'm assuming that's the previous task. There is no input. Okay. So once this, let's see, what do we have in our S3 bucket? I want to say with this guy here would have been staging. Man, I don't know. I need to see now. Let me go back to this job. Let's take a look at it. So where's this coming from? Which bucket? It's coming from, no, this is where we want to load it to, which I get. But I'm trying to see now where. Oh, there it goes. SharePoint staging. Which again, if I go back, I look at my tables. So create dynamic frame catalog. From catalog, databases, SharePoint, table, it's staging. Do I have a... Dude, I don't have none of these. Oops, what did I do? Oh, there it goes. Took me back to the original. Let's look at legacy. So this is the one I was looking at right now. Right, so not an issue. See, it looks... Whoa, hold up. This is not even the same. Oh, no wonder, duh. This is the wrong one. Ooh, I was about to say, man. That looks different. Database. So if I go to database, we don't have a SharePoint. Dude, did I delete some of these? When was this created? Oh, no wonder, dude. These are older ones. I was like, what the hell? Like, dude, that's not it. Okay, I know oh, yes, that's not it. Duh, no wonder, dude. Okay, it's this guy over here. Oh, my bad, not this one. This one. S3 to Redshift. Dude, I was like, what? Where is it at, man? I don't see it. But yep, that makes sense. Project 2, product summary. Alright, so if I go to table, project summary, it's under this location. Staging, product summary. So there, I got data in there, right? So that's not an issue. Data's in there, which is fine. So I'm just taking more. So if I run this process, that's what it should happen. It should extract then load. Once that is done, then let's see. I'm trying to think. Let's go to Redshift real quick. Query monitor. No, that's not what I wanted. Query data version 2, which is a newer version. Okay. So we're gonna have to truncate one of these tables, which would be staging. I believe it's staging, right? Yes, it should be staging. It should be this guy. And then once you have data in there, boom. Do we have a function in here? No, we don't. We must have just created a view. View product. Yeah, there we go. We created a view. Okay. So let's see what we could do cause we need to truncate this data first and then load it. So before we even run this job, there should be a truncate. So let's see if we could run some kind of query from Redshift. Let's see. This is all delete. I don't want to delete nothing. What are our options? So I wonder if there's a way to... You would think there would be a way, but I'm not sure now. I don't want to create nothing. Get cluster credentials, except... Let's see, how do I make this bigger, man? Authorize data share. Authorize snapshot. Data share, add partner, batch delete. I wonder if maybe you can't do that. Like, it almost seems like what would have to be done here, unless I'm missing something, either, which I think it's an overkill, man, if that's the case. Some sort of Lambda function that ultimately connects to the database and, of course, runs a query to delete or truncate. Um, yeah, man, I don't know. It just seems like an overkill to me. All right, let's see. Let's see what are our options, but I don't see nothing related to Redshift. Like all of the action that I see is like, hey, we're gonna create a cluster, we're gonna delete the cluster, we're going to like I'm trying to think of the scenarios where that would make sense, where maybe you have a process and the process is you got to spin up a AWS a Redshift cluster. As you spin it up, you're gonna have some processes, maybe load data to the cluster. After you finish loading data, you maybe run some queries. Then you're able to now extract that. But still, even then, like, well, how do you run queries? It's not. I don't see that. I don't know. I'm trying to think the like I get some of these where like okay delete um like create snapshots. All right, I totally understand that, right? Have this flow running, you can run it, it'll create snapshots and do those kind of things. That makes sense. But I'm trying to think, how do I use it from a flow? Like in my case, I'm trying to delete some data, right? I mean, I guess let's look under delete, the delete section, but I don't think it was for that. Delete usage limits, tags, snapshots, partner, schedule actions, event subscriptions, endpoint, snapshots, cluster security. Like again, modify. Okay, there we go. Let's look at what get, reserve, no get. That's it. There's only like 2 gets in here. All right, so let me see what else do we have that we could do here. Let's look at RDS. Let's look at databases. Okay, I'm just kind of curious. What are we dealing with here? Add rows, identity tags, cancel, copy. So let's, dude. I don't see nothing. So let's use some Google and see what we can find out. AWS Step Functions. How to run query on Redshift. I'm trying to run a query. I have my query works perfectly. Okay, so where do they enter in the query at? Where did that? Oh, you know what? Duh. Let me go back. I think I may know where. So let's look at. No, never mind. So let's see. How do they do? What did he do to run his query? It says run Redshift query, start receive message from SQS, which makes sense. You receive a message, and then that executes something. And here goes the receive message. Up, so it starts as a task, a parameter, you query URL. So it's running this dev query process query. Next lambda invoke. Let's see. Run analysis query. This is a task. Prod. Oh, there it goes. So it's in the form of a task. So where is task at? Well, like, all right. So let's see. Hold on. So let's do query. So where is that other option? Because I don't see that. At least I don't. It's not direct Redshift. Let me go back and let's see. I see where they have. It's a type of the task. Parameters. You got cluster ID, database. Alright, you got this guy, then you got the SQL statement that it's going to run. In this case is doing an insert. In my case, it will be a truncate and, so on and so on. So, yeah, they said use Lambda, which again, I know that works, but dude, I don't want to have a Lambda function just for something that should be straightforward. And I'm just trying to find now, how do I add, so we have our states, and then from here we got our first one, it's a type of the task. Okay, so I get that. States, type, task, which is the Redshift. And it has resource, Redshift, my bad, glue, parameter, job name, next pass. Okay, so this is where I'm trying to figure out, like, I get how, just like the way this is a task, I got a parameter, and then my parameters are these items, and a resource. That's like, where is there not an option for that? Like, what are the resource? I mean, secret manager. Okay, AWS secret manager. Damn, it just doesn't make sense. Hmm. So I do see there's a way to do it, but again, how do I do that? Is there not a way to do it through, like, do I just have to add in the configuration in my definitions? That's what it seems like in ways. Hmm. Damn, yeah, man, I'm not sure. When I looked at Redshift, there's nothing in here within Redshift. So I do see where this is pointing to secret manager, and of course points to Redshift. And I'm wondering if so let's see something. Secret manager. So I'm using it for control access to secrets such as database credentials, API keys, OAuth tokens, blah blah blah. Look at that, makes sense. Enable secret rotation using built-in integration for MySQL Postgres. You can also turn on rotations. Got it. So this makes sense. So that's kind of what they're doing in their case, which makes sense, right? But let's say in my case, as long as the permissions have access to Redshift, I'm trying to think how. So cluster credentials, create cluster. Is there anything related to the database per se? Delete endpoint, snapshots, describe data share. Let's see. Like it doesn't make sense. I know if I wrap it up in a Lambda function, I know that would work. It could easily be just from a URL, a GET request, and that would do that action, right? It would truncate. I get it, but I feel that's an overkill just for something basic that I'm trying to do. I was expecting there to be a step that would do that action, which would be to truncate the table. But I don't see that option, man. So like for example, this start, let's kind of go back a step, right? We'll get there. Let me look at S3. I want to see, can I tell if a bucket's empty or not? Which I might have to just do some kind of iteration. Like get bucket. For example, what do we have for get? Get bucket location, get bucket objects. There it goes. Retrieve objects from AWS S3 to use get. You must have read access, okay. A3 bucket has no directory hierarchy such as you would find it in the typical computer. Okay, I get that already. I'm just trying to think if there's some sort of easy way. Okay, so let's go back to get object. Or what's the other one? List objects. Let's look at v2. Return some or all up to 1,000 of the objects in a bucket with each request. You can use the request parameter that selected criteria to return a subset of the objects in the bucket. A 200 OK response can contain valid or invalid XML. Make sure to design your application to parse the content of the response. Because, okay, so we're getting some kind of response back. And that makes sense, right? I was just trying to see if there's some kind of... If there's one that maybe it shows, you know, empty or not empty or something like that, right? It could be like a true or false. That's really all I'm trying to figure out in this case. If the folder is empty or not empty. Okay, so let's go back to this guy. List v2. What's v1? Same thing. It seems like. List bucket. All right, so let's pick this one. This will try to go first. All right, so this bucket. So parameter of the bucket. Let's see. Let's go to my bucket now. So let's go ahead and add our bucket. So what do I have? Do I even have a file? I don't have a file in my bucket. Either way, let's add. This is my bucket. It's going to return transform results with result selector. Use the result selector filter to construct a new JSON object using parts of the task result. During execution, the task state called an API and the response goes into the task results. The results can be manipulated with filters before it passes out an output to the next stage. Okay, add original input, filter output with output pass. Use this output pass filter to select a portion of the affected. Let's take a look at this. Must use valid JSON and point to an existing key value pair in the state input. So like this guy here, right? What's my output? It's this equals this equals this. Let's look for another one. Alright, I need to play around with this some more, but I see how I could use it for certain things. I'm trying to see if it really works for what I'm trying to use it for this specific. So what I'm trying to do here is, can we use step functions to do a few steps? First step would be truncate a table in Redshift. All right, step one. So like I use some software called Visual Crohn's. It's a third-party application. You actually got to pay for it, and it's actually not cheap either. But it's a lot of feature rich, a lot of features. So something like that I'm trying to do with that tool that I use actually would be pretty straightforward. It would literally be step one, truncate table. Like I could connect to Redshift directly, write a statement that says truncate table, provide the table. Boom, that's step one. Step two would be something like this, run the Redshift job. So just like the way I'm providing the job name here, I have the AWS command line interface installed on that server. So step two would really what step two would be a command um, a command for the terminal that would be AWS space glue space job name equals this job name, and it does the same thing. It's able to call the service to execute the job, and that would be step two in the form of a command. And then step three would be to run the other job, which would be to export out the data from Redshift to an S3 folder. And then really that's it. Those were the only three steps we're trying to do in this case. But and I know I could see that two of those steps I think we would be able to do without any issue. Like let's remove this guy. Right? Let me remove this and let's just save it, man, right? Apply and save. Okay, save. And let's execute just to see if this executes or not. Again, let me go back to my Redshift. I'm gonna delete it manually. Where's my? There it goes. So let's go ahead and truncate this. Truncate table, and this would be staging, product, summary, right? Boom. Been truncated. So now if I hit select, there should be nothing in there. So if I were to run this step, start execution, insert your JSON here. I don't need to put in anything in. Dude, it failed. So I wonder if it failed because maybe it doesn't have permissions. I didn't think about that, man. It may not have permissions. Let's see. Yep, the new denied access. Doesn't have, not authorized to perform. Yep, I knew it. Okay, so now let me go back to edit state, workflow. Where did I provide my permissions at? Did I even provide that anywhere? I thought I did. Like how and under what permission is this even running? I just thought about that now. Like, okay, it's not even. I don't see it nowhere in the configuration. This is odd. Yeah, I don't see that. So I get it. It ran. Doesn't have permissions, but I don't even see an option. Let me go back. You know what? Probably not here. Let me cancel, leave. It's probably gonna be somewhere in here where the permissions. There it goes. There. It's right here. Choose an existing row. So let's go. Let's look at our IM rows. Where's that at? There it goes. So let's go under rows. Step functions. Okay, see, it only has access to S3. So what I'm gonna have to do here is let's add permissions, and I'm gonna add glue. AWS Let's see. So this gives it access to S3 bucket. What else? EC2, S3, and glue. Okay. This should be fine for what we're trying to do. Now I do have this other one, the job row. What does this have? S3. No, this is very specific. Alright, cool. So what about this one? Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and select this. Let's add it. Okay, so now let's try it again. See if this actually works. Alright, let me get out of here. So why can I not start this? Let's hit cancel. Alright, there it goes. So now let's do start execution. Boom, it ran. And it's still going. Succeeded. Why did this not run? Execution output. So what am I missing? Did I not select example? No, it should have ran this. True, false, yes. Pause. Okay, so what happened? None of this got executed. And did it fail again? Let's go back and see. Yep, it did fail. Yep, and it failed again. So let's take a look at it. It fell around here. Why? What did this fail for? An error occurred while executing this. Oh, because I didn't provide this attribute. I recall I was looking for that, did not provide it. That makes sense. So let me copy this. So here's the thing. It ran. Let me make sure that there's data at least. Oh, there's no data. Never mind. Interesting. Let me go to Glue Studio. Let's see if anything ran. Oh, one is still running, or did it fail? Oh, there it goes. So it ran, but it fell. So of course the question becomes, why did it fail? An error occurred. Database SharePoint not found. Oh, this is not the right one. Dude, did I copy the wrong one? Damn it, I did. That's on me, my mistake. So let me go back to my jobs. Should have been this guy right here. Copy the wrong one. So let me go back. Edit state. Let's edit. Yep. Damn it, put the wrong one in. What the hell? There it goes. What else was I gonna do? Alright, so that's one piece. The other piece I was gonna do was this here. See where it says is hello world example equals true? I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna pass this in. Let me apply, save, start execution. See right here? This is where I'm gonna pass in. This is my key, and then this would be true. Start execution, and literally just, so this is running. So even though the glue job failed, it didn't fail over here. Like it just, all right. It seems like it's done. So let me go to no data. Well, it takes a while to run, and there it goes. It's running. I see it running. It's been 13 seconds. So again, even though this says that it's running, dude, what happened here? Oh, it failed again. Yep. Okay, either way, this is running though. So that piece, it did well. Boom, we have data. Okay. And again, from that aspect of it, I mean, it makes sense. Like I have a job, I use a tool called Visual Crones, and just like the way this is running certain steps, that does the same thing. I'm just trying to think. I don't know if it makes sense. Like I don't know, for me anyways, in my scenario, at least for what I'm doing already, to switch it to this. Because I do think everything that I'm doing, this would be able to do. Because what, like some of the job that I have would be, for example, it could be a glue job that extracting data from a database over to an S3 bucket. That it's a glue job, so it could run that glue job. All right, number one. And then, but I would have to add logic, just like the way this showed it was done and moved on to the next step. It's really wasn't done yet, man. Like it was still going. Right? How long did it take? So it took 55 seconds. It was still going. So that's kind of where you would have to do these wait a few seconds, right? Maybe wait like 60 seconds. Run the job, wait 60 seconds, and then run the next job, for example. The next job could be extract the S3 bucket data over the Redshift, and then put another wait 2 minutes or whatever time frame it is, right? And then what do we do next? And then, but we also do some deletes. Like before we run the AWS glue job from database to S3 bucket, we do deletes. The file that are in there, we in our S3 bucket, we delete those files first. But I think that can be done through here, because if I were to go and look at our studio, pretty sure under S3, I'm gonna find an option to delete. There you go, delete objects. Perfect, right? Remove the no version if there is one, or an object, and insert a delete marker, which becomes the latest version of the objects. If there isn't a no version, AWS S3 does not remove an object, but will still respawn. Either way, right? Delete objects. This action enables you to delete multiple objects from a bucket using a single HTTP request. If you know the object keys that you want to delete, then this action provides a suitable alternative to sending individual deletes. What it says, if you know the object keys. Well, I don't know the damn object keys. What the hell? Is there like a bulk delete then or something? Cause that did not make any sense to me. Like why would it be deletes files or objects, right, with an S, but then it says, oh, do you know all the files? Dude, I don't know the damn names. I mean, it almost seems that you gotta run the process to list all of the objects and then do an iteration, and then from there you can start deleting one by one. Which again, it's the way whatever I'm using the AWS command line interface. I can tell you right now it's way more easier to delete just running a command than doing it this way. So I don't know, man. I need to look into it some more. I'm pretty sure there's use cases. I know there's probably some good example where it makes sense. Uh, at least for what I got today, I don't know if it makes sense or not. There's some stuff that I say that because I'm using the AWS command line interface, and everything this does that does as well, but it does it in the form of a command, and I actually like that. I don't know, maybe I just because I like using the command line interface. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure, man. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. That's it for today. So I'm gonna call it a day. And again, guys, thanks for joining the live stream. We'll be on every Friday, so I'll be on next Friday as well. We'll go over some more stuff. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. Email me at contact@imlu.net or send me some kind of message through YouTube or something. There's a few things I'm going to be doing soon. So, for example, I'm going to be setting up a Discord server for my, my followers, for build people that want to learn, people that want to meet other people that potentially could help you out of the well, right? You know, I'm trying to connect with certain people that are better in certain areas. Like, for example, I know some of y'all may need help finding jobs. So I'm trying to get some people and probably get them on some of the live streams where they can talk about things you could do for a resume, what to do, what not to do, kind of provide guidance and tips and input and advice, that kind of stuff. So either way, there's a lot of things that I have planned that I want to do, kind of help y'all out, from a resource, from a community where you can kind of go to the Discord and there'll be other people, like-minded people as well. So if you have questions, need help, maybe they can help you out as well. But yeah, so there's a lot of plans that I have in mind. It's going to happen little bit by little bit, but it's coming though. It's coming. So again, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for everything.